Hello everybody, Digfig here, and welcome back to some more The Outer Worlds Perils of Gorgon. Perils on Gorgon, I believe it is. Left off just talking to her. She wants us to look for a flask that her late husband had.
Wonder if they could. Nah, who am I kidding?
Well, he wants help. She wanted us to find a flask of her late or possibly late husband. Hey, what are you guys up to? He kind of gave up his position on the evac for her, and she kind of wants some memorabilia of him, presumably. But of course, you never know in this game who's telling the truth or who's lying. Got a lot of people in here. Are these the rooms they quote-unquote rent? Guess we will talk to you.
Holy shit, a fresh face. Haven't seen your like in years. Don't know what brought you to the most dangerous corner of this solar system, pal, but you're welcome here.
Thank you.
Well, you talked to Lex yet? She tell you to keep it civil? You wouldn't guess to talk to her, but that lady's got a mean left hook.
I'm glad she's got a mean left hook.
Lady at the bar. She not give you the whole nice to meet you, we're all pals here gosh darn it spiel the second you walk through the door?
Not
Damn.
quite.
Girls lost their spark. Gorgon will beat the fight out of anyone, if this dive's patrons don't do it first.
Do you work here or something? You folks get into a lot of fistfights around here? Number 2.
Me? Nah. Never been a pugilistic kind of guy. Did most of my fighting with a pen back when I did it at all. Nowadays, I just drink. At least Lex has got the good manners to let me do it for free.
Why do you drink for free?
Hey, whoa, no call for insults. We're all friends here. I was a journalist, thank you. A contributing member of our great society. Got into reporting thinking I was gonna be some sort of public intellectual. What a joke. Spent 95% of my time playing stenographer to the board, and the rest writing puff pieces on the chairman's latest beard trim. Real life and death shit.
Sounds real life, and you seem like you're having a rough time. Can I help you? How did a Byzantium journalist end up stuck in this backwater?
When the project fell apart, Spacer's Choice refused to extract me. They left me here to rot.
That
Listen,
sucks.
I hate asking for handouts, but my back's against the wall here. If you're going back out there, do you think you'd be willing to do an old bastard a small favor?
Possibly. Helping old bastards is 80% of my job. What do you need?
I prefer to think of it more as a way of life than a job.
Well,
It's
I've
true.
been trying to get away from this rock for 5 lobby-fucked years, but I can't stay gone.
Motion him to hurry
I
up.
was doing an interview series for Spacer's Choice. Recorded them all on these little portable phonographs. But when everything fell to shit, Spacer's Choice wouldn't let me leave. Terms of my reporting contract unmet, they said.
You hid them and now you need them to get me for you. That about cover it?
Right on the money. Look at me, I'm no fighter. I've never even touched a gun. But you're just the right amount of rough around the edges.
Oh, thanks. I
Help
like
me
my
get my recordings back so I can
rough
finally
around
get
the
hell out.
edges. It's your lucky day, Rico. I'll get those recordings for you. Don't do charity cases. What's in it for me? Why stash the recordings?
Someone had been trying to steal them since the day my assistant and I started interviewing. Couldn't even keep them in my safe. They always found a way in. So I took to hiding them all over the fucking asteroid.
Moles.
Thought I was so clever. What a fool I was.
You mentioned assistant. Where are they now? It's your lucky day. I don't showcase. Why not just forget the contract and leave? That's rough, buddy, but I got bigger problems. Let's do number 1.
Oh, Georgie? Yeah, she helped me with interviews. A real whiz with the portable recorder tech, too. When things got crazy, I shoved her onto the last ship off Gorgon. With any luck, she's safe and comfortable in Byzantium.
Oh, nice.
Tried every which way to stay, but it was my contract keeping us here, not hers. Didn't seem fair she'd have to suffer just because I made a bad deal.
It's true. Why not just forget the contracts and leave?
Oh, I've tried, make no mistake. I've caught a couple of rides out with sublight folks, but the board's fixers always send me right back. And I'm not about to stand toe-to-toe with marauders just to fulfill a line item on a contract.
Really weird. Why do they keep sending you back, and what do they want for you here?
No shit. That's downright civilized of you. All right. One of them I stashed in the Office of Creative Incubation, in the projector room on the 3rd floor. I gave another to my friend Birdie to keep in her apartment, just outside OCI's upper entrance.
Got it. Why there?
Seems like a good idea at the time. Someone had started a fire, folks were shooting other folks. It was a madhouse.
Got it,
You'll
next.
find another in the chem lab. It's in the main lab storage room.
Alright, easy enough. The others... He ran
Didn't have
over.
much of a choice. The primals had gotten loose, a couple of them were chasing me. The recordings just ended up wherever I hid. The final one is in human inquiry and auditing. It's tucked behind a pipe in observation room B.
The observation room. Wouldn't someone have seen you?
But with the test subjects running loose, the researchers were surprisingly unobservant.
Got it.
Strength to your sword arm, friend. And thank you.
I don't have a sword. I have this giant sniper rifle that I swear there's a way to holster. Yeah, there we go. I don't need to just have a gun out pointed at everyone all the time. So I'm looking for Flask, and we've got him. I was gonna go talk to the bar lady, because I still haven't done that.
Adrenatime, I think. I found some in an old busted crate.
You're just gonna take some drug you found in the garbage?
It's not some drug, it's adrenatime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with her. You really shouldn't just be taking drugs you find, but it's fine. Go talk to you.
Sorry about Freddy and Trixie. When they're not fighting over salvage, they're fighting over the bed sheets at night.
Those two are a couple?
They like to blow off steam during work hours, but as soon as they clock out, they turn into a pair of kittens.
Interesting.
Welcome to the Sprat Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be?
Whiskey, I'm feeling refined. Wine, make it purpleberry. I'm in a chipper mood. Spectrum vodka, I want to see colors and lots of them. I'm doing good. Let's do whiskey.
Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage.
Actually, I came for a journal.
Can't help you there. This ain't exactly a library. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life.
Yeah, it's true.
First new face I've seen in a while.
You know anyone by the name of Lucky Montana? What do you know about Gorgon?
Lucky? Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road.
Creative Incubation. Okay. What do they do there?
That's where the top rungers at Spacer's Choice came up with slogans and marketing. Lucky never told me why it was so important. Awful shame about what happened to him.
Forget the story. Where's Lucky? So what happened?
You really want to hear my story? Law, most everyone around here is sick to death of it by now.
I love your stories.
Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off.
I hate canids. Why not let the canid enjoy the juicy limb? Let's go 3.
I'm an animal lover myself, but canids have temperament issues you just can't breed out. Get this, the canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Lucky's arm.
Uh-huh. How do you know it belonged to Lucky?
I'm a bartender. Attention to detail is my middle name. Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent the bar. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon parcel service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal stamp.
Why bother sending the arm at all? Thanks for the story. Other questions? Why
I figured
bother?
Hawthorne would want to know what happened to his pal. Help Lucky get his affairs in order, you know. Oh, I hate to see people go with unfinished business.
Makes sense. The arm made it to me.
No kidding. And now you're here? Colony feels smaller than you'd think some days. I'm glad I was here to see this confluence of events, you know? The stars really aligned on this one. And here I am, smack dab in the middle.
It's true. Where was Lucky staying?
3rd floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything you left behind.
Well, thank
Fair
you.
warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done. Trust me.
What do you know about the Gorgon?
Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's why the asteroid smells like an old gym sock. They say Adrenatime came from here, just down the road at the old R&D lab. Very hush-hush back in the day.
Why would any of your regulars have any more information about Gorgon? Any idea why Spacer's Choice shut down Gorgon? Scavengers supposed to be making a fortune off Gorgon. Number one.
Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. And I trust him well enough. There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on the 2nd floor. Keeps to herself and always closes out her tab.
What's the
He's
story?
been here since opening day. I think he told me he was some kind of journalist. He got left behind when Spacer's Choice pulled out. And I guess no one's coming to get him.
Poor bastard, you looking out for him?
Roscoe's drinks are on the house. We all know how it feels to get left behind. He'll be all right. He's with the family now, and we take care of our own.
I get free drinks? Why'd he
He
go
didn't
behind?
tell me and I didn't ask. I'm his bartender, not his human resources rep.
It's true.
If you believe the chatter, a lot of good folks got left behind, and a lot of bad folks made it out. Sometimes that's all there is to it. Nice lady. Been coming around a lot these past few months. She isn't with Sublight, but seems to know the lay of the land better than anyone. She spends most of her days drinking alone. I think she's looking to hire someone. If you're open to a side gig.
Oh, she already hired me. She and her husband worked on Gorgon before it all fell apart.
No kidding. Ugh, what a shame. I owe her one on the house. When Spacer's Choice pulled out, a lot of people found themselves adrift. The ones with nowhere to settle ended up here. Sad but true.
Do you know
Now
if
that
she...
you mention it, I thought I saw those two sharing stories over a pint. Didn't think twice about it. I don't speak ill of the dead, but Leonora deserves better company. That Lucky was no good for her.
See, thanks for the
What are
tip.
friends for, eh?
Any idea why it shut down?
I doubt anyone knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out. Grunts and lab coats scrambled to get anywhere but Gorgon. And the weirdest thing of all, Adrenatime still hit the market. Me, I never touched the stuff. To each their own, but I think it's dangerous.
Yeah, it sounds pretty dangerous.
Damn right we are. We've got drugs, scrap metal, prototype weapons, drugs, money, and more drugs. When Spacer's Choice evacuated, everyone dropped their gear and ran. Most of it stayed where it fell, and all of it is up for grabs. Of course, the real treasure is whatever's locked up in the old facility. Until someone figures a way to crack it open, we're just sifting through dirt.
Hmm.
You
Like
got
I'm
it,
gonna
bud.
find my way in there. So you run this place?
Yes and no. The Sprat Shack used to be a shipping and receiving warehouse during the old Project Gorgon days. When Spacer's Choice pulled their guys off-world, Sublight moved in to salvage what we could, and they put me in charge.
So Sublight owns the Sprat Shack.
Yes and no. Rumor has it there's a Sprat wandering around the Groundbreaker, and he's the legal owner of the Sprat Shack. Hagen's idea.
Dare I ask why Sprat owns this bar?
See, Hagen didn't want a paper trail that led back to her, so she gave the bar to the Sprat. If there were any legal problems with this place, the Sprat would do the time.
Most businesses in Halcyon are run by sprats, but this is the first I've heard of it being openly acknowledged.
What the fuck?
You think a Sprat could own Edgewater? Oh. Imagine one wearing Mr. Thompson's little hat.
Anyway,
She
that's what the
loves this little
paperwork
Sprats.
says. I don't make the rules.
How would you even know which Sprat's the right one?
His name's Matt. The beautiful thing is, no one could tell Matt Sprat apart from an ordinary vermin. I think that's kind of the point, to send the authorities on a wild Sprat chase.
Ah, that's just so special. What happens if turns him into Spratwurst?
Never thought about that. Shit, someone could have eaten my boss. As far as business arrangements go, this one's a head scratcher, but they say it's all above board, so that's what matters.
Does Spacer's Choice mind that you're squatting in their warehouse?
Yes and no. We're doing a lot more than squatting. We're classing up the joint, keeping the riffraff outside where it belongs. They didn't even serve drinks until I arrived. Talk about wasted potential.
Can you answer any question without starting with yes and no?
Yes.
I
And no.
know.
Again, that one was Hagen's idea. She told me that speaking in vague terms keeps you out of trouble. And I don't want any trouble in my place.
How do you get supplies in and out?
Thirsty people come and go from all over the colony. Mostly on the way to somewhere better. Some are well connected. And not everyone pays with bits. That's how we get the unconventional goods anyhow. Sublight keeps us well stocked with the essentials, by which I mean booze.
I have so much booze you could have, but it's fine. Gonna have a look around. Thank you. It's good talking with you, ma'am. So, third floor, already did. Second.
So, how you feeling?
Bard. Hey, Spradcast. How's it going?
Someone's in here. Oh, lol. It's coming back up again.
What is your deal? This guy seems oddly specific here. Got nothing on him though. They're random. Everybody pile in. Another 150. Why are you a 150? Doot. Where's code to unlock? So computer I can't turn on. Day 1, Spacer's Choice may have left in a hurry, but they didn't forget to lock the doors on their way out. Most of the facilities are sealed up tighter than a top ranger's safe. Time to do some digging. Day 6. Caught a break today. Met a scavenger who claims to be a salesman for Spacer's Choice. Sold me a key to the office of creative incubation. Let's just say this guy's about as lucid as a sprat in Rizzo's factory. But I'm spending Minnie's bits so I can afford to take the chance. It worked. Clarence mostly, wherever you are, I am drinking to you tonight. Or Clarence. Day 10, Olivia. Ambrose's office and journal ought to be in the synthesis and manufacturing center. The bad news is it's sealed up and at the ass end of the canyon. The good news is I should be able to open it from the bigwig's admin terminal in OCI. OCI is crawling with marauders, and I've got a few other leads to chase down. Could be nothing, but my gut tells me there's more to this place than a missing journal. Time to turn over a few rocks and see what crawls out. I am leaving the OCI key in the safe. Combo is 4815. And no one else.
Won't they stick the preservative in before or eye comes out.
If I'm not mistaken, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, that eye might be the key Lucky mentioned. What strangeness have we involved ourselves in here?
Probably is the key. Almost like no one read that. No one was like, hey, a code to a safe written on this piece of paper. Fine then. Oh boy. Either way, everyone, we are out of time for this episode, and I really do appreciate you all stopping by and checking it out. Do all the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification, and I will see you all in the next episode. Dig Fig out! And check out my Twitch stream. Blah, 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 blah.